Reducing the use of cash can really fight tax evasion and crime? Or is there a risk for honest citizens to be the ones paying the consequences? As declared by Europol, in criminal activities, cash is still king. Transporting large denomination banknotes is still the favorite way that traffickers from Colombia, Turkey, China, and Italy use to transfer across or outside Europe their criminal proceeds coming from drug, corruption, and human trafficking. In money laundering, cash is still fundamental. Data from Europol shows that almost 40% of suspicious transaction reports issued by obliged entities in Europe, for instance banks, money transfer, lawyers, and notaries, concern anomalous use of cash. Cash is also the fuel of small-scale tax evasion. In Italy, according to the Italian Revenue Agency, off-the-books payments for undeclared revenues represent the major part of tax evasion, most of the estimated 190 billion of non-observed economy. It is no coincidence that the European countries that use more cash are also the ones with the higher levels of shadow economy and corruption, as revealed in our report More. The latest survey of the European Central Bank shows that cash still represents the 79% of the daily payments of European citizens, 54% in value, in particular for small-size payments. In Italy, for instance, the average cash transaction is under 14 euros. This means that the imposition of a threshold of 1,000 or 2,000 euros would affect only a limited fraction of cash payments. Obviously, different countries have different habits, as well as different preferences. Eastern Europe, Germany, and Austria emerged as countries where cash is more used, more than 80% of total daily payments. Italy is ranking high, even if below Germany and Eastern Europe. However, the use of cash varies greatly between the north and the south of the country, and between urban areas and small municipalities. Italy is among the 16 European countries that have introduced a maximum threshold for purchases in cash. There are 6 European countries that over the past few years have further diminished this limit. Only Italy increased it in 2016. In 12 European countries, thresholds do not exist, among them Germany, Austria, Malta, Cyprus, UK. The existence of different thresholds in different countries can favour displacement effects of money laundering. As emerged from several investigations, criminal proceeds move towards those jurisdictions, such as Germany, where it is easier to buy goods or properties in cash. The introduction of a threshold or the reduction of cash limits can certainly contribute to decrease small-scale tax evasion, the laundering of criminal proceeds, and more serious tax frauds, such as false invoicing. However, to have an effect on payment habits, the measure should be accompanied by other interventions aimed at changing the financial literacy of citizens, ensuring the protection of their personal data, and above all, reducing bank fees on the use of cards. Furthermore, an action from the European Commission aimed at harmonising the maximum limits of all European countries would be desirable. This is to prevent Italian tax evaders and criminals from continuing to have an easy life abroad, where cash can still be used with no restrictions.